hello， 1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4，好啦，1、2、3、4，撲你個臭街，撲你個臭街，撲你個臭街，屌你老母，屌你老母，屌你老母，屌你老母，冚家鏟，屌你老母冚家鏟，撲你個臭街，撲你個臭街，頂你個肺，頂你個肺，頂你個肺，撲你個臭街，撲你個臭街，屌你老母，屌你老母，試咪，試咪，試咪，試咪，屌你老母，屌你老母，屌你老母。撲你個臭街，撲你個臭街，有冇聲音？有冇聲音？有冇聲音？聽唔聽到？聽唔聽到？聽唔聽到？1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Now check it. Check the stream. Is it work properly? Yes, it's good. Check the stream. Is it So good. And now I want to turn the music first. So can I hear the sound? Good vibe. So today is Friday. I make my own dinner. So all are quite fruity. You can see it. So biscuit, grapes, and yogurt, salad, something like this. I bought all this from Lidl with a very economical price. For the fish, a can of fish is just called 5 Swedish kronor. So there's some problem with the audio because I turn on two, so they should one off. This kind of voice still persists. Hi. Hi. It now gets better, right? Okay, good. So I don't know what I should do. It now gets better, right? Okay, good. So I don't know what I should do. Now I start my stream a little bit early during the time I'm eating my dinner, and I want to just watch something, but I don't know, and I'm not sure if I can really sustain this stream because I don't know if it will violate some copyright due to natural property, something like this. But I'm quite interested in the review between the Spider-Man and his girlfriend. And this should be my way to learn English in a more effective way. So let's see.
ultimate Spider-Man battle.
Okay.
So essentially a bit of a quiz. Right. Tom is going to ask the questions. All right. Perry and Zendaya going head to head. Who knows more about Spider-Man?
Oh, you're gonna win.
I've got to come up with these questions.
No, don't worry. We've got the questions prepped for you, mate.
Oh, brilliant.
So we'll pass them in.
Fantastic.
I feel like it should be you. I'm not the Spider-Man trivia person.
I think you're going to do
I know
well.
what team we're going to do.
Okay.
You're going to do well. So it's going to be really easy. We've got 30 seconds each, and you have to answer as many questions as you can in 30 seconds. I think Perry's questions first.
It says,
Perry
questions
up there
for Perry first.
Okay.
Wait, you said it's tough.
Yeah, this first one, I wouldn't get this one.
See? I told you the first one's hard.
One question you
Yeah, you're going to do Perry and
No, I'm scared.
You're about to lose this game. Your questions are really
Rude.
Okay.
All right, Perry, ready?
Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Go.
Which number film is No Way Home in the MCU?
30?
Close. Next one?
Yeah, next one.
Okay,
Go.
what is Uncle Ben's famous quote?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Nice. Which character does Zendaya play in No Way Home?
MJ.
Who exposed Spider-Man's identity in Far From Home?
Mysterio.
Nice. 2 points for his actual name.
Quentin Beck.
Nice. Name one of the villains returning in No Way Home.
Green Goblin.
Well done. In Far From Home, where did Peter's class go on a school trip?
Venice. No.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah. What character did Tom Holland play in Billy Elliot the Musical?
Oh! Billy Elliot.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
Oh, their speaking is so fast I can't even hear one. Oh gosh. Should I choose another one? Sorry. I need to learn something in my pace. So that's how I can get connected with people, especially the ones speaking English. Their Christmas plan together. 7 days ago, full interview. How long does it take? 8 minutes this one, how about that one? 4 minutes, okay. Oh, this one 14. Spider-Man the theft, Tom Emmett stealing dinner party jokes. Okay, about jokes, I like it.
I don't know why I did that. So dumb. I really thought I was about to be some viral clip. Oh my god.
Coming up, MTV Movies grills Tom Holland and Zendaya on Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's why he said that, because he's also confused.
Hello and welcome to MTV Movies. In this episode, we're wrapping our heads around one of the most anticipated films of the year, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Don't forget the colon.
Don't forget the colon.
That's right. Tom Holland is back as Peter Parker in the MCU's second Spidey sequel, and this time round, the web slinger is dealing with the fallout of his secret identity being exposed.
There is so much to talk about with this film, but before we swing into action,
Nicely done.
let's say hello to our friendly neighbourhood funny man, Chris Hall.
Welcome in, man.
Thanks
Please
for having
don't
me.
encourage her in the jokes today.
Encourage
okay?
me as
Don't-
much as you
no,
like.
Oh, full support
Let's
of the
not.
jokes.
Let's not. I hear that Tom Holland follows you on TikTok.
Definitely Instagram. Tom Holland and a lot of Tom Holland fan accounts, which we are truly grateful for.
Like for like.
Yeah.
Prince Charles once tagged me in a tweet.
That's pretty cool. What about Camilla, or as I like to call her, Spider-Cam?
Very nice.
Camilla.
Very good.
They just
Strong.
get
They
worse.
get better.
Yeah.
No way. All right, listen, as we strap in for Hannah's dad jokes, let's hear from BFFs Tom Holland and Zendaya.
You love my jokes.
No, I don't.
Zendaya.
Tom, Zendaya, amazing to meet you both.
Nice
How you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good,
How are
thanks. I'm
ya?
good. Even on that, I need to ask, is Peter Parker okay? Because obviously Tony Stark was his mentor, not around no more. How's he coping with it?
He's struggling, man. Let me just get him. Hang on.
What?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time at the moment.
I don't know why I did that. So dumb. I really thought I was about to be some viral clip. And that did not go the way I thought it would.
good dad
Oh my god.
We'll cut that out.
Sounded him like he's like some puppet. Let me go get Peter Parker.
Hey, man. Peter Parker has been through a lot.
Man.
Yeah,
And
No, I want you to do it as Peter Parker now.
you got to do it as
Okay.
Peter
Now
Parker.
that
You
you're
stepped up
here.
to the
All
mark,
right,
man. Come on.
Peter Parker.
Iron Man died, and that was awful, and it took me a long time to heal. I went to Europe to celebrate with my friends, trying to distract myself and take a break from, you know, the responsibility of being Spider-Man, but unfortunately, no matter where you go in the world, that responsibility is always going to follow you. And I met this guy called Quentin Beck, who was Mysterio, and he was awesome. He was almost like the replacement of Tony Stark, but then he turned out to be a supervillain, and he tried to blow up London, where my best friend Tom Holland is from, and I had to save the day, and because I tried to save the day and do the right thing, which is my biggest problem, is I can't be selfish, I'm always trying to save everybody, he pinned me as the villain, and now the entire world thinks that I am the biggest supervillain out there, that I blew up the Tower of London, which I would never do because Tom Holland lives there. And then there's this other movie called Spider-Man No Way Home that comes out on the 15th of December, and it kind of explains everything I'm talking about.
Peter, we have 1 minute left if you
I'm so sorry. You asked for it.
That was good.
And how's the acrobatic skills coming along, man? Like, obviously,
Do you know what, mate? It's actually really sad.
Can you
mate.
touch your toes? Can you put your leg behind your head?
I'm getting old now, mate. Like, on Spider-Man 1 and 2...
And you would say that all the time. We'd be on set, and he'd do a stunt, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
man, this is so much easier on the first movie.
Yeah, it's the first time in a film I've really noticed. I mean, we just come off the back of shooting Uncharted, and Uncharted is the most physical film I've ever made. You know, we don't have the luxury of wearing a mask, so every stunt that we did in that film is practical. You know, there are digital elements to it, but you know, we were doing it for real. So when I came to Spider-Man, I was pretty battered and bruised.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Spider-Man, unlike any other character, is there's lots of like groin stretching. Because if you think about it, like
you always got to be down in like that.
always in this position, and you're never like he never like goes to that position slowly. He's always like jumping off of something and going whah, and just
always
exactly.
It's always so graceful.
It's always so graceful.
That's where your ballet training.
Exactly.
kicks in.
But the trouble for me on this
little
film,
heel that you do.
the little heel, yeah,
heel.
it's a little detail. I
Yeah,
like you
I
noticed
like
that.
that,
But for me on this one, I am in the suit for the largest amount of time in any film I've been in, but I don't wear the mask a lot because everyone knows who Peter Parker is. There's no need for the mask. So when you have the mask on, you can disguise the fact that you're in a pose and you're like, let's cook up. And like, so when you're not in the suit, you have to be like, oh, I'm so heroic right now.
I'm in so much pain.
Cool.
So just saving the day with that face going on.
Yeah, it's really hard.
That's funny.
Right, we'll get more from the Spider-Man gang a little later on.
Okay, let's get into it. No Way Home picks up a little way after Far From Home. That's after the dastardly yet dashing Mysterio played by Jake Gyllenhaal. So let me have a moment to appreciate
Everybody
him.
take a moment.
Take a moment to appreciate him. He's given away Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man.
Yeah, so he goes to Dr. Strange for help because he's a school kid, and I don't blame him, you know, because I went to school in South London. If I wore spandex into school, I wouldn't make it to lunchtime.
See, if you went to theatre school, I wore a unitard every day for about 3 years, so you'd be king. It's quite a sleek black moment, but I added the cape just to mine.
He was that kid in the playground that would run around like that.
Very that, on the swing, just like, ooh.
Save me! But I mean, maybe if Peter Parker went to performing arts school, he would be a lot more confident.
Well, Tom Holland did go to Brit school.
Yeah, man. And then to top it off, his debut screen role was alongside Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor in the film called The Impossible. Have a look at this. It's a great clip of a 16-year-old Tom Holland at his first ever London film premiere.
Very intimidating at first, like meeting them. I met them in New York, and then as soon as they walked in, I got a big hug from Ewan and knew that I was in safe hands, you know?
One of the reasons he got the role as Spider-Man is because he can do a standing backflip.
Nice.
Can you do that?
Fully, no. I tried it once, landed on my neck. I just don't need to be doing crazy stuff like that.
You don't need to be hurting your neck?
I don't need to be doing
What do I need to do a standing backflip for? Am I Spider-Man? No.
He's still had a stunt double though, because you can't be having your lead actor doing little standing flips, messing around, and end up injuring yourself.
Well, I'm just worried about Benedict Cumberbatch's wrists and fingers and everything after all that,
hand
all those
movements, innit?
spell hands.
Just like that.
Yeah, you get arthritis after a few takes of that.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's hands they are, someone screwed up.
do.
Sinister Six, yes, they're on the loose, and they're gunning for our boy Spider-Man. Feast your eyes on this.
Is there a danger to our universe? You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
Well, let's break down some of the pure villainy that's coming through. Spider-Man fans, behold I've got my cards back, guys. I love my cards. Okay, we're going to go through who's back. We've got Willem Dafoe. He's Green Goblin. He was in Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie, a great film. He was a great casting in that role. He plays a twisted, sadistic businessman and scientist, and his weaponry is kind of on a Stark level.
But he's not Stark.
Yeah, but does Iron Man have pumpkin bombs?
Oh, so pumpkin bombs make you scary all of a sudden, yeah?
No, but they're really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want cool gadgets, what about Doc Ock? He's played by Alfred Molina, and he appeared in Spider-Man 2. He has a genius-level intellect and these insane robotic tentacles, and they kind of look like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park. You're like,
They're also so intellectual. Just talk about your problems. You don't need to take over the world.
You don't need to sit down and have a cuppa, shall we?
You don't need to take over the world. If you're that smart, let's just all sit down and have an intelligent conversation.
It advocates for therapy. Get therapy, guys. Yeah. Okay, what about Jamie Foxx as Electro? He was in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he promises the character will be, I quote, 1,000% badass, not 100%, 1,000% badass.
The new look is completely badass.
Because wasn't he all blue before, like a proper Smurf?
Yeah.
Because last time Max Dillon had some ratchet side hair going on and it was talking to us.
Oh my God, the comb over. To be honest, if I was Jamie Foxx, I'd be like, I'll sign it when you confirm that I'll have the sharpest spade. Okay, so number 4 is Sandman. That's Flint Marko, who we all remember from the worst Spider-Man film, Spider-Man 3. Yes, I said it. And we've also got the Lizard from 2012's The Amazing Spider-Man. So who do we think is going to be the final one in the little Sinister Six family?
No idea.
Could it be Venom, Tom Hardy?
That's a good shout, I think.
Venom Let There Be Carnage gave it away a little bit.
Yeah, but there are some mad fan theories out there that give me shivers as well. Have a look at this, yeah?
Popcross Studio says, I bet Andrew Garfield's Spidey swoops in to catch MJ as some redemption for him not saving Gwen in his world.
Yeah, but I'm going to do you one better. Picture this, Emma Stone back, she's Spider-Gwen, she saves MJ.
Feige, move aside,
Honestly, where
the plot
twist.
twist.
I'm here, I'm here.
Clayton Harding says Doctor Strange at the beginning is actually Agatha Harkness. He does the wink to Spider-Man, just like she does in WandaVision, this making the whole evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I would not be mad if it was Agatha all along.
And Aiden says, when Peter asks, what was your name again? He isn't talking to Dr. Octavius, he is talking to one of the other Spider-Men. And when they reply, Peter Parker, then Peter laughs and says, what's your actual name?
Yeah?
Look, I get it. This whole multiverse is a bit of a mime.
Oh, careful. Prince Charles is a fan of the show.
Also Spider-Cam.
Good point, though, Hannah. You reckon Marvel might be jumping the shark with this one a little bit?
I don't know, there might be just too many Spider-Mans in the kitchen. Do you get what I mean? I feel like sometimes with these big films, they get to this third movie and they just try and put too much in, and actually it gets a bit overwhelming.
For me, it's just the runtime. It can't be too long. What if you need a wee halfway through? It's just so much stress.
The large popcorn combo one, isn't it?
I'm sorry to...
Great interview. Okay, it's time to stop this ringing. I need to do something else. Thanks for joining. Bye.